It's been a couple minutes here. Let me get my shit together. So we've got Bat 13 first up, although I think I saw Dare Dog in there. My name, my Facebook page is set to private. Not really sure how to fix that. 1 second. Edit live video. Just bear with me here as I work through this. Only me. Viewer. I don't know. This Facebook is just fugazi. I don't know. So we got Bat 13 in the house. Of course, my man James, like I said, Dare Dog. I see Maddie and Kiki in the house. Kiki signs in on my Facebook page, but that is set to private for some reason. First off, let me know that the sound is good. Work through this. Of course, we've got Wendy, and I do believe that is Maddie. And she'll get word out to Kiki that my Facebook page is not working right now. For some reason, it's set to only me, where only I could watch it. Not really sure why. Care right now. Going down the list. And of course, we've got Wendy, and of course, Daddy Dutch is checking in. Good to see you, my man Judge Webb in the house. And I guess the sound is good. There's my man John, my neighbor from down the road. Of course, we've got Alan, we've got Mike. Anthony, it is good to see you. Barbecue Mama G stopping in. It is a pleasure seeing you. And there is Dare Dog. Andrew, we've got a lot of people checking in. As I go down the list, and I still haven't seen Kiki. I don't know if she's busy, but she will not be able to see it on my personal page like she usually does. So she'll have to come over to wherever everyone else is watching it from, I guess YouTube. And we've got Mr. Boxing Guru. I did a little boxing when I was Rec when I was youngin', and we're always talking master builds, but we're talking anything you want to talk. If you have a question, just blurt it out. I've got a little bit of a different setup here in my office. I bought a 49-inch ultra wide monitor. It goes from here all the way over to there, and I'll tell you, for editing videos, it's the best thing that I have purchased in a long time. I can get my whole timeline on the monitor, which is a huge help, especially when you're doing, when you're doing 3 cameras. Oh, okay, so Kiki is here, and I guess then Maddie is not, or maybe they're just sharing the stream. Okay, so they're both in, okay. And of course, we've got my daughter. I do believe I saw her. There she is, girl mama and Uncle Pink's tagging along. That would be my daughter's husband. So we've got the family, and of course, my wife out on the couch watching. I said, "Well, how the heck am I going to flirt if you are on the couch watching?" And then my wife, as only my wife could do it, says, "You can flirt anyway." So there you go. So a lot of stuff is going on. Blurt out some questions if we had a master built question or any question that you like. Of course, summer is winding down. I guess summer is over. Um, YouTube has become, very, very, very tough. It is not the same game as it used to be. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like new channels, get too much play on YouTube. Uh, I'm bringing this up because I did a recipe today, and I wanna pull a picture of it if I can. It's called a Hong Kong French toast. Hong Kong French toast. Does anybody, without Googling it, does anybody know what Hong Kong French toast is? No Googling. I almost sent it over to the girls because the recipe was that friggin' good. I just didn't get around to it, but here we are talking about it now. It is let's see if anybody knows what a Hong Kong French toast is. Wait about a second or so without Googling it. We've got no clue from Barbecue Mama, not sure, but it's definitely delish. So let me, work on getting a picture up. Alright, so I'm gonna put it up on screen. I bring this up I bring this up because, as I was going in, YouTube is, just very fugazi to get views unless you're already established, and this is a recipe that needs to get views. This recipe was that frigging good that we've got a bunch of don't knows, so I'm gonna pull it up now. I'm gonna explain this. This video will be out sometime in the future. It's been a couple minutes since I've done this here. Okay, screen share screen, photo. Okay, so that's it up on the screen. That is your Hong Kong French toast, and this is legit, okay? And basically what it is you're gonna make your, normal egg wash. I like a little vanilla extract in mine, some cinnamon, milk, some eggs. You're gonna make your normal French toast, egg, wash or egg mix. You're gonna get 3 pieces of bread, white bread, okay? This is the recipe. You're gonna put peanut butter on one of them, and you're gonna peanut butter, then you're gonna close it, okay? Then you're gonna put peanut butter on that one, so 2 of the breads are gonna have peanut butter, and then you're gonna close it again, so you've got 3 pieces of bread with 2 things of peanut butter. You can see the peanut butter oozing out from the 2 slices of bread, and then you're gonna cut the edges off. Okay, those kooky Hong Kongers don't want the edges on. You're gonna cut the edges off. You are gonna put it in the egg wash and then griddle it, saute it, whatever you wanna do to it, and, I am telling you, it was so friggin' good that I couldn't believe it. You also finish it off with I put bacon bits for the picture, but you finish it off the way they do it is a condensed milk, a sweetened condensed milk. Just kinda drizzle it on top. Of course, then you drizzle it with a little bit of syrup and then butter. I'm telling you, it was sinful. To be honest, I did the taste test, and I had to get rid of it. I could not eat it. It's just not in my diet to eat, especially this weekend. It seems like I ate so much going out to dinner and probably picked up a couple pounds. I couldn't chow down on this. I did the taste test, and I had a couple more bites, and I had to trash it, do it. Usually I give the food away to the neighbors, but, it wasn't really gonna be, it wouldn't have been as good, um, sitting around and then to get it over to them. But I am telling you, it is Hong Kong French toast. It is the way they make it in Hong Kong. This is a legit recipe, and wow, it was friggin' good. um, in the video, I said, uh, as I look back on my life, okay, and it is a long life, right? If I look back on my life, I've cut jelly out because jelly has too much sugar in it. It's again, I try to watch everything I eat. So jelly has been knocked out of the game. I have not stopped eating peanut butter for 50 years, 55 years, whatever it is. I still go through a jar of peanut butter a week. Now I get below 1 or 2 grams, whatever it is, of sugar in it, Skippy. So I still do a jar of peanut butter a week. So I feel peanut butter can go with I put it on burgers, it can go on, burgers, steaks. At the gallery when I worked at my mother's restaurant, we used to make a spaghetti, with, like, a peanut butter, um kinda like a peanut butter sauce with the spaghetti, and, so for me, peanut butter just goes with everything. I dip everything in it from pretzels, I actually even, pickles and peanut butter, for me goes. It just goes it just has that flavor that I dig, and, wow. If you're looking to, uh if you're looking to treat yourself let me jump out of this. Hold on. If you're looking to treat yourself, man, I'm telling you, friggin' amazing, 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 amazing. And as I go through I see John says, "Please talk about the hot honey grilled cheese, which why did you like better, bacon or no bacon?" So definitely, and I thought I said it in the video, definitely with the bacon. That grilled cheese sandwich, it pains me to say because so many of the recipes that license to griddle, I feel are friggin' amazing, and, but YouTube shut it down. I don't know any other way to say it. I was getting views of, 10,000, 5,000, 7,000, legit views. All my views are legit. And all of a sudden, it's 5, it's 6, it's 700. I talked about it in the video in today's video. It is what it is because I just absolutely love, cooking on the griddle. Um, I just wish more people would see some of these recipes. Excuse me. But, that was the honey, grilled cheese, friggin' amazing. This one amazing. So many recipes on that griddle channel are amazing. I just love, cooking on the griddle. Even my wife says, the food that comes off the griddle is dangerous for us. Because again, we try to watch everything that we eat. When you young cats get a little older, you will understand you cannot put the food in your system that you did when you were 35 or even 40. As you get older, you really gotta start watching, the food you drop in your system. Um, so if I ate what I, cooked on that griddle, all of it, I would be 250. I don't wanna be 250. There is my man, Fifth Wheel Barbecue. That sounds so good. It is so good. There is Bat 13, definitely looks interesting. I mean, it's sinful. It's sinful how good it was. The peanut butter was just oozing out. The, outside texture was perfect with with that classic French toast egg wash with the cinnamon. And then you put a little of that condensed milk, just drizzle it on top, that sweet condensed milk. Oh, about it, Jesus. It's it's very hard to stop eating, but, how I am because I talked to you about it. I'm I have to watch everything I put in my system. Yeah, that's a breakfast war, French toast, waffles, or pancakes. Mm, I would have to say, for me, French toast, followed by pancakes, followed by waffles. Waffles always just seemed too, you had to have a waffle maker, um, you know, peanut butter daily, man, that is just, it's just a good food. So I guess that's Maddie, and I'm guessing that there is Kiki, and that here is Bat 13. Yeah, you know how it is. We just can't eat, like we used to eat. So how's everybody's summer? How did everybody's summer go? Um, Summer here was, very hot. The pool was a pitta this year 'cause, we have a big tree in the backyard that just wouldn't stop messing it up. So that tree had to come down, unfortunately. I don't like taking trees down, but this one had to go, and it was huge. I'm gonna post up some Instagrams tomorrow. They actually bought a crane in the house, a crane outside on the driveway, and the tree, they moved the tree. It was a big oak tree. I mean, this thing was huge. So the crane, moved these 1,000-pound logs over my house. But the backyard now looks opened up. There's no more itchy balls or acorns. The squirrels ain't dropping the leaves down all over the place. So, this tree had to go, and it was definitely the right move. Bananas is another one. My latest kick, here, and I think I talked about it. I think, Barbecue Mama commented on it, during the girls' show Friday, pears. I've been on a pears kick lately. Um, Nice ripe pear with some peanut butter on it, forget about it, man. What a flavor. That is a flavor explosion. Yeah, peanut butter is just good, man. It's unless you're an established channel, I'm just figuring, I'm just guessing here, but if you look at the channels that were once high flying, like, Ash Kicking, even Joe, Alton, Dogfather, these channels were pulling in hundreds of thousands of views on a video. No more. It's YouTube is just, it's just not happening. Mm. Think of it this way, probably, and I think Walt might have mentioned this, in 2 years, YouTube's probably gonna be 50% AI videos. Um, when I go to the gym in the morning, I flick, TikToks, okay? So as I'm on the, treadmill, I just flick TikToks. It passes the time for me. TikTok has started to become, AI videos already, and I hate them because they're stupid. They're like, this woman, this 90-year-old lady woman is fighting a black bear, you know what I mean? And it's just like, "Oh, not again," It's just, "Is this fake? Is this real?" A little kitty cat, like, this big is fighting a tiger, that's 400 pounds, it's just to me, it's gonna ruin I think AI now I use AI a lot, because I don't really have, great grammar skills, so AI has come in very handy for me when I gotta send emails out. So, there's good parts of AI, but I think when it comes to video, like YouTube or TikTok, I haven't seen it too much on Instagram yet. I think it's gonna ruin it. I think it's gonna ruin it. Who wants to watch fake videos now that you can't even tell if they're the only way you know that they're fake is because they're so stupid. That's just my opinion. My man DeBomb coming in. I hope you are doing well, my friend. So, yeah, YouTube's become I don't know what it's become. Alls I know is I would not wanna be starting a YouTube channel now because there's no future, not in cooking videos anyway. I don't believe there's any future in cooking videos on YouTube. I think it's, all fake, little girly videos, just stuff like that. And that must be Kiki throwing out that, 37 age. That is not Maddie. Kyle coming in, just made your jacked up over the top chili. Absolutely amazing, man. Uh, that's an awesome recipe, man, and that's one I'm gonna have to re-look at again, man. I do appreciate that. It's nice, people make the recipes. I got a few licensed to griddle, people, make some of the recipes on there, and that's definitely nice. BBQ Jones checking in. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yeah, not me. You know what? I have come to love the change season. Um, Today was 70. The winters go by pretty fast here. I have come to love the change of seasons, so it works for me, but I totally get it. I totally get it. Totally get it. Like, I was talking to my friend, he lives in Florida, and it was 86 today. I would shoot myself in the head if I have to, go outside and it's 86 to 90 degrees. It's the heat absolutely kills me. When it's humid and hot, I literally can't stand it. But it's not so much the heat. I have to tell you, it's the friggin' air conditioning. We turn our air conditioning on here, probably, May, June, somewhere in that range, and it's like June, July, August, September, October. It's like, wow, it's like 70 degrees in the house. I can't stand, the air conditioning. Um, After a while, man, I just get sick of walking in my house and it being so ice cold. So again, like, the air is off now, the windows are open. It's probably 67 degrees outside. It's gonna go down into the 50s tonight. Tomorrow's gonna be 60s. I like that. It's just a nice change. It's a nice change. I feel I got my window open here. I feel there's a nice breeze blowing on my arm. Bat is always first, man. I don't know how you do it, Bat. I know how I do it, and I have to tell you, it's a pitta to do, and I only do it when it's now. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't know if Bat knows, but I am retired from doing it. I am not gonna do it anymore unless I wanna pop in there one time. It's a pitta to do, especially Maddie has gotten very, very late lately over the past 6 months. She used to get them up by 6 or a little after 6, I would say. Now she's moving closer to that 6:30, quarter to 7 type range. So when you gotta start flicking your thing at, like, 5:30, quarter to 6, and now you flick an hour, and usually I'm out the door here, like everybody knows, 5 to 6, I'm in my truck and on my way to the gym, practically every day. So it gets a little bit, a little bit fugazi to just to try to do it. So, I don't know how you do it, because I know there's no tricks other than to refresh, unless you're getting tipped off from the girls, which I don't think that's happening, unless you have a camera hitting in, Maddie's house, when she's post it. I tried to watch one time to see if I can Kiki, not that I'm a stalker or anything, I don't want it to sound like I'm a stalker, but I could see everybody, obviously, like anybody can when they go online. Kiki seems to get up before Maddie, or she just checks into Facebook, or she just logs on her phone, whatever. Um, so I try to time so I don't have to sit at the this is just inside tip on how I used to do it. So I don't have to sit there, uh, when Maddie's still sleeping in bed, right? Check in. So I see her click on Facebook because she's not gonna post it on YouTube until she at least clicks on Facebook or wakes up or whatever. So at least I know when she clicks on Facebook that, okay, so she's moving, right? She's already been moving for a half hour, so I think she beats Maddie all the time, on the wake up. Um, and I figure it's gonna take her, she's a girl, so, maybe half hour to just even really wake up before she's even gonna attempt to post anything on YouTube. So that's a half hour, so it buys a little bit of time. I mean, this is just how I used to do it. Again, that if you're still there, if you wanna fill in some insight, a tip on how you do it, I think you may be at work, which makes it a little easier. Excuse me while I, take a little drink of water. So again, I don't wanna appear like I am a stalker. Some peanut butter, yes, sir. Beer cheese, I'm not so sure on that. Like a beer cheese sauce, Bill? It's a good point, that you brought that up. No, I'm not they have not told me that I can't use any other, pellet grill besides a Z-Grill. That has not come up in any of the conversations. For those that don't know, I am now, I'm gonna say the official pit master for Z-Grills. This is new to them, it is new to me, it is kinda like the role like Meat Church has with Traeger. Now, I don't claim to put myself on a, level of Meat Church. Um, I'm not nowhere near in that barbecue, place that Meat Church is in. He lives in Texas, he probably eats, sleeps, and breathes barbecue. I can tell you I do not. So I'm not on his level, but, I am the official pit master for Z-Grills. So I'm just gonna be the face of Z-Grills. I'm hoping to get on the box. I think that would just be pretty cool. They're gonna have a landing page on the website, with my bio, and, they sent a photographer out to the house, to take pictures. So that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, being honest with you, and I feel I'm always am. So I started this YouTube game, along with, Smoking Joe, Dogfather, to name a few, and me and Joe, battled out to and I told the story before. Me and Joe battled out to see who would get 10,000 subscribers first, and Joe nosed me out by 1 day. Now Joe has 300,000 subscribers. Yes, 300,000. I have 80,000. Okay, so, yeah, this is a good feel moment for me. There's no doubt about it. I don't hold any grudges against Joe or any other influencer that blew my doors off in views or subscribers or whatever, you know, um, it's not of course, it's an ego boost, but it's not about that for me. Um, Number 1, I wanna be happy on what I do, and number 2, I wanna make money. Those are the 2. I wanna be happy, I wanna make money. So yeah, this was a a yay for me type moment, I'm not gonna lie. It felt good. I've been with Z-Grills, for a while, 2, 3 years. If you go to their YouTube channel, you'll see me all over it. I feel the way they approached me about this was very respectful. I'm gonna do some lives for them. We'll see what unfolds how this unfolds. Obviously, it means more money for me, which is number 2 on my list, right? So that's good. So they have not told me that I can't use any other, pellet grill. If that does come up, then they're gonna have to pay me more money because then I'm gonna be, just with them. And I do make money from other, pellet grills, so, you know, you know, ZGRILLS puts out a good product. I think they're on par with Pit Boss, Traeger, I feel they're all the same, unless you go to the top of the line Traeger or the top line Pit Boss. There are mass-produced grills, that do what they do, and basically run themselves. So they put out a pretty good product, so I see Kent might have posted something. I see some things, but I can't see it. Tommy just did a practice run on turkey for American Royal Holy Tender and Juicy. There you go. Kent getting down and dirty. You'll have to keep us, keep us up on that. When is the American Royal? And there's my man Scotty checking in. So, yeah, so that was a feel-good moment for me. I have definitely, for number 1, cooking is in my there's no pretending here. I can cook, I can work in the kitchen. The girls dropped me in the kitchen last year with them, in Connecticut, Canada, I think, and it's like I haven't been in a professional kitchen in 40, 40 35, 40 years. So when they dropped me in the kitchen, with them, it was like I never left, it was like, "Dang," here I am 40 years later back in the kitchen, it was beautiful, and I hope to get back out in the kitchen again, so it is in my blood, so there's no pretending here. Now I'm not saying, I know everything, especially about barbecue, because I'm more of a foodie than a barbecue guy. Although, look, barbecue is, in the scale, and I'm not talking, competition, but in the scale of cooking, barbecue is as basic can get, in my opinion. I feel at home, anytime I got a saute pan, a griddle, or a smoker in front of me. It's second nature for that's where we are with that, and that was a nice little surprise for me when they reached out, and of course, the pictures were, a trip because I wish I and I'm gonna post a picture of the guy who did my, pictures. I tried to tag him, but it didn't work. I'll get him tagged, but, when he was directing me, it was funny because he's like and look, my wife will be the first to tell you, I'm in no shortage of saying, "Hey," to my wife, "Take my picture." Yeah, I'll be the first to tell you. It's become like a gag or, a joke, anytime we go to the beach or not the beach, but the shore, the boardwalk or out to dinner, I hand her my phone, almost like a goof, take my picture, loaded, uh, and, whatever, but it was funny because the photographer was like, uh, treating me like I'm a like a model. He's like, "Oh, yeah," he's like, what was he saying? Like, "Oh, yeah, man, that looks good, that looks good. Yeah, yeah. Tilt your head back. Oh, yeah, yeah, that looks good." And I'm like I came in the house and I'm like to my wife, I'm like, "You gotta listen to this guy." And it's just funny. Um, but, I'm happy, I'm happy. I feel like it's, 8 years, and I can hear my wife laughing on the couch. It's 8 years of the grind, it's 8 years of the grind, you know, and, I kind of feel like because, it's almost so, you people know out there, that I've become very close to M and K. We talk, all the time, not talk, but text. Um, Nobody talks anymore, and, it's almost a kinda like a road they're on, you know? They're on a bigger scale because 'cause they're on TV, but, you know, they have the photographers and, the stuff like that, and so, you know, it was just kinda cool. It's like, you know, here we are both, you know, 3 of us, I'll say. The 3 of us, you know, on a pretty cool path, although their future, you know, is a lot more brighter than mine because, you know, I mean, I'll run this till I don't wanna run it anymore. I've paid my dues, in life, you know, and, I'll do this till I don't wanna do it anymore, regardless, ZGRILLS, YouTube, whatever, but that ain't happening anytime soon because, you know, this has been a fun ride, and boy, can I talk. I mean, I feel like I haven't shut up since the, 6 o'clock hour ran. Yes, you are, HT. Made chicken Pablino tacos were popular at my house. Got the master built from watching your videos, still going good. Love the master built, love the master built. Congratulations, T, that is huge. Appreciate that, appreciate that. There's my man JB. JB is my first, encounter, uh, first time, spotted out in the wild at the pool, no less, in Las Vegas. Um, JB's a viewer, and he said, "Wow, aren't you on YouTube?" So that was my first of many, in the wild, spot outs. I appreciate that. Barbecue Mama G. I appreciate that, John. My man Scotty. I talk to Scotty all the time. We've, grown, fairly close as, you will allow somebody to get to me. Being happy and making money, man, that is, like, you know, I know I talk about this, you know, and I know a lot of older people my age, okay, that just go through life as a drone. They just go through life. They don't really grasp, you know, what is happening around them, and I don't even think they ever really look at and say like, "I can't wait to get up tomorrow," or, you know, go to the gym, even though, you know, I've been to the gym thousands of times, I still, you know, look forward to it. Um, I'm having now look, my when I was 17 through 28 or so, maybe 30, um, I don't think anybody could have had more fun than I had. I had a lot just a lot of an excess of everything, from drugs to girls to everything. And then, you know, that's when I more or less I met my wife. We went to Atlanta so I can get cleaned up. I got cleaned up, so. Um, and, you know, I've been going ever since. But a day, even at my age now, and I say this because no matter what you have going on, you know, John, has some health problems. I know Barbecue Mama did. I mean, I got 'em right now. Only a few people know, but I am battling some health issues now, but it doesn't change how I wake up in the morning and how I, work my life. I am always, and I mean always, in a good mood, always ready to go, always ready to have fun, um, go to the gym, just, everything, film, um, and I wish everybody could feel that. And I know a lot of people don't feel that, but I really wish they can. because there's a lot of older people that just they don't feel nothing, and I know they don't feel nothing because I watch them, and I you can just tell that they don't feel nothing, and, that's a shame because just because 'cause you're getting older, whether you're 60, 70, doesn't mean you, need to stop flirting, having fun, just trying to just grasp any type of, life that you have left in you, and just, having fun with it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing here today, and like I said, I wish everybody could do that. Yeah, I have to, you're on the, gallery channel, I'm guessing. So my gallery Facebook page was, what's it called, how can you call it, cut me off, spanked me on the rear end, shut it down, um, so that's gonna start going live again, November, if I decide to do anything with it. I was making really good money there, but it's a drag, man, it's just posting a lot of shit all the time. I'll have to wait and see how that goes, how that plays out. I'm missing a lot of be happy and making money. What more does anybody want? Totally agree, with darlings. Hit the thumbs up. That would be pretty cool. Hi, barbecue mama. Uh, Your recipes. I appreciate that, Bill. Appreciate that. Thumbs have been upped. That was so yeah, we gotta do that again. And there, Booger checking in. I haven't seen her in a while. It is nice to see you popping in. I just, Casey, yeah, um, I'll get some stuff out. I just right now my focus has been 2 videos on the License to Griddle channel. Of course, I got 2 Z-Grills videos a month I gotta do. Then there's Monument Grills, and then there's, a couple other things. I'm not gonna lie to you, the Masterbuilt doesn't pay me. They don't pay me Masterbuilt to cook on their grills. I do have a relationship with them, and they do, give me grills, but they don't pay me to cook on them. And, I've got so many paid cooks that I have to get done in 30 days, and with the 2 licensed to griddle cooks, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 licensed to griddle cooks, and really most of the other cooks are just paid. I squeeze the XT in when I can squeeze it in, but, drawing into the Christmas season, I'm lucky I'll probably get one squeeze in maybe 1 more, maybe I'll try to get 2 more in. Going back to the Hat Hut. Hey, Tommy, what is shaking? Going back to what I was saying before, YouTube doesn't pay the bills. Um, they used to pay the bills, but they don't pay the bills anymore. So, um, I gotta Grill Sergeant helped me out a lot. I got a bio, and when companies contact me, I send them my bio, which is with Facebook involved was, over 20 million views a month, and so I get paid off of that. Um, so there just hasn't just there's just not enough days in the month. It's amazing because it's amazing because I'm making money doing this. I mean, how friggin' amazing is that? Never take that for granted. It's crazy. It's crazy that I have built this into, I just bought a new truck, okay, that I have built this in making YouTube videos, but the YouTube videos don't pay now, but it has allowed me to branch out to, so many doors that have opened up, including ZGRILLS, including Lone Star and Masterbuilt, and I had relationship with Pit Boss. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy ride. It's been a crazy ride. Yeah, it was a feel good moment for me. Um, yeah, it was definitely a feel good moment. I told my wife, that I am, waiting for the pictures because I'm gonna take a lap around Facebook, and I don't post. Now, yeah, I'll post, pictures, on Facebook once in a while, but I'm not a bragger on Facebook like, some people are. I don't brag on Facebook this, that, and I don't post thousands of pictures of my truck, I try to keep everything on an even keel, but when this happened to Z-Grills, yeah, that was, I told my wife, "I'm putting this out there, 'cause I'm gonna take a lap." Um, you know, I just wanted to take a lap, so I put it out there. Of course, GPT or whatever it is helped me write that out. Even my daughter's like, "Wow, you wrote that?" And I'm like, "I dropped out in 10th grade. Do you think I wrote that?" So that is where GPT or whatever it is, that's where, that has helped me. It's, ditto. What could I say? I've watched you girls become successful, and I feel you know, our trajectory is very close on the same path, although you're obviously have a bigger future in TV and stuff, but still, I feel like the pictures and this in the kitchen, I feel like, very close, very close. Yep, that's the only way I could be, man. Definitely. That's it, yeah. Have fun. My man Scotty, he knows. I saw that pit. Um, I'm back up to, too many grills in my backyard. You have to get rid of some of them, but I definitely like that. That's a nice looking pit for sure. LSG puts out top products. Yeah, I'll tell you, I say that all the time, and even my daughter, I don't think she's in here anymore. She's a good kid. She's a rough, rough kid growing up. Now look, I was no angel, but, I got arrested, I got busted, my mother walked a pound of weed on the, desk, my daughter my s sister married, I guess what you would say would be like a Hell's Angels. Um, so my mother didn't have it easy, but I never um, disrespected her. I'm not saying my daughter disrespected, me or my wife, but my daughter was just rough, but she has turned out into, a gem. So, I guess the lesson there is you just never know, stick with them and hope for the best. I know we were talking the other day, the girls were talking about having kids and, how they're just not into it. They're just not, and I totally get it, man. It is not easy raising children. It is not easy. Uh, and there's a lot of kids out there, man, that are just no good. They are no good. They're trouble. And I feel bad for the mothers. I mean, the parents, what a couple things in the news lately. I mean, like in the States, it's a problem here in the States. I don't know how it is in Canada or whatever, but like school shootings. Can you imagine if you were the parent of the kid that shot 7 people out of school? Your life is over just because you for this kid, and now your life is over. I always say, um, no matter what you're going through, somebody has it way worse than you, and that is always something to keep in mind. There are people that just life sucks, man, it sucks for them, and, that sucks, 'cause, it just sucks. As Molly, I don't know if you can hear. Definitely let me know. So I guess you got it then, JB, right? I'm missing a lot of the conversation because I am just, I've talked I guess that was, Amazon. Here, Alexa telling me who else? So here's my sleeping pattern. I might as well just continue to talk. So I go to sleep like a little after 8 o'clock. I'll wake up about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then I'll take, like a half a gummy to fall back asleep, but it takes a little while for them to get in, so what do? I pick up my cell phone and start ordering stuff off Amazon, like 11:30, 12 at night, and it arrives the next day. I mean, how great is that? That was Amazon. I just got here and something I ordered last night in the middle of the night. I order so much from Amazon, I don't even remember what I ordered half the time. When I get a package, I don't even know what it is. Well, that's gonna happen, Carol. I'll pick you up on the way. So Bill, I used to fish off the beach here in Jersey a lot, every winter, striper run. I love to golf. I have to tell you, ever since I retired from work, there's no time to do anything besides this. It is a full-time it's film, edit, film, edit, film, edit. Work today, it was Sunday. I hate to call it work though, because I cooked on the griddle and filmed it. I mean, can that really be work? You know what I mean? I mean, I filmed that Hong Kong French toast. It's hard for me to call that work. If there's nothing to do, then I would rather film. Um, I don't like to shop anymore. I'm not really a shopper. If there's nothing happening, I don't watch TV anymore. So I always say I wanna slow this down, Bill, and get back on the beach and fish. I'm not a hunter, but I wanna get back on the beach and fish, but it's hard to slow it down, and I'll use an analogy. My old boss, I was in the flooring business, and I can't believe I talked for a friggin' hour, and it's 6:54 already. Um, I used to tell so I was in the commercial flooring business, and we used to work from 6 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock at night. I mean, literally, it didn't matter, 15-hour days, whatever it was, it had to be, and I would sit on a couch in his office and listen to him get more work. Like, "Dude, man, we're effing are you kidding me or what, man? I mean, how much work can you friggin' take? We're dying over here," and I never understood it. When I started this, I get it now because you can't turn down it's hard to turn down money, and, so I try to slow this down, but, I just got 2 jobs, uh, the last week, paid jobs, and I just told my wife I'm gonna have a busy November and December. It's hard to slow it down. That's what I said before. I'm gonna do this till I don't wanna do it anymore. I don't have to work because I have saved my whole life. Me and my wife were sticklers. We've been together for 35 years, and we've been hitting her 401k, every paycheck for 35 years. So, money's not an issue, here. Uh, so I'm gonna do this until I don't wanna do it anymore, but again, I'm having fun and wanna do it. So, unfortunately, I always try to get back out on a lake. lake in the ocean to fish. I used to freshwater fish too all the time. It just gets harder and harder. I did get a new truck. It is another Raptor, and it has the letter R after it. It's black. It's pretty friggin' badass. It's 720 horsepowers. So if you've ever been on the Rock and Roller Coaster, the Aerosmith ride in Disney World, that thing is 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. And if you've been on it, you know how fast that is. This will go 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, but the truck is absolutely gorgeous. Um, I haven't posted anything on it because, like I said before, I don't like to really put my shit out there. I don't didn't even tell the girls about it. I don't wanna make it seem like bragging or whatever. The promotion from ZGRILLS is a different story. I wanted to take a lap on that. You know, I just got it you have to put so much work in it. I used to do very well on Patreon, but I don't really do anything with it anymore. I still get some money from it. I got some people there, which I'm grateful for, but it's hard for me to do anything, excuse me, with it. Definitely, definitely. Are you in Jersey, Bill? And if I talked to you before or just pardon me, 'cause I just speak to so many people, I don't remember. Too many girls, not enough time, no doubt. Good rule. Girls are tough. Signed Grogu. I'm not sure people want my autograph. That was, Amazon. I guess you figured that now because I talked about it. Yeah, push them into, like, the medical field, man, or business. Those are the fields that are just, huge. Yeah. Molly's getting old because when I hit the kitchen at, I'll go out in the kitchen to get a drink of water, like 1 o'clock if I wake up. She used to go out there all the time because she figured I was getting a snack, and Molly's a black lab, and all she wants to do is eat. She doesn't even go out there anymore. She's starting to get up there in age. Yeah, I gotta get out there, John. Part of retirement is slowing down, man, and if you retire, you don't wanna really slow down, I guess, right? Because I feel like when people stop working and they lose their identity and they just they're probably the people that just aren't happy. There's nothing worse than losing your identity. I think that happens to a lot of women. They have a baby, the working women, they have a baby and, they don't wanna be known as the mother. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. They wanna get out in the world and feel like they're doing something, not just raising a kid. It's very that's why there's the depression that women go through when they find themselves in that situation. So, I asked you, but are you in Jersey, Bill? I don't know if you answered. My lab does the same crap, dude. They are eaters. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. It's just, there's only so much that I can do since it's just me doing it. I'm from Michigan. Okay, got you. Actually, did they just move? My niece moved somewhere. I don't know if it was Michigan, Wisconsin, maybe. Actually, I think we moved to Michigan and moved to Wisconsin. But anyway, so, there's, you know, just whatever you decide to do, have fun doing it because, you're only gonna get a couple trips around the sun. around the moon, around the sun, around whatever. You might as well make the best of them and have fun doing it, whatever you do. I wish everybody would, but I know a lot of people don't. Believe it or not, man, I feel like I haven't shut up my mouth, and it is 7:01. That is the end of the show. We touched on the Z-Grills, we touched on a few things. That's the end of this one. We'll see if I'm here next week. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Depends. Again, I'm going through some stuff, so we'll see how that shakes out. But I appreciate everybody, and I think Dare Dog might have slipped in first, followed by Bat, but we will see. I appreciate everybody coming in, Barbecue Mama. I appreciate you popping in here, and of course, the girls and my man Scotty, Wendy, Bill. Good to see you. We had a couple new ones in here tonight that I just don't remember seeing. Just Chillax Barbecue, of course, girls, Air Fryer with Burger. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. My man JB, of course, Bat, Logan, Daddy Dutch, everybody else, man. It was a fun hour, and that's it. Get out there and make it happen. And anybody ever has any questions for me, just reach out. I'm always available. And we are going to cut out of this show here. Everybody have a great night. Have a great week ahead, and we will see you soon.